Hey guys, it's Kim from Drifter Vans and we just finished our newest build and I am gonna give you a tour. This van is our signature nomadic model and it's built on a Sprinter 170 wheelbase. This van has so many bells and whistles that we are gonna start with a look of the outside. This van has a stage 4 lift kit installed for better springs and better clearance under the van. The front of the van also has a big aluminum bumper with a winch that can get you out of any situation. And one of the features that I really like that we installed on that van is a non-board air compressor. I really like it because it allows you to winterize your van if you're in cold climate in just 5 minutes. And I will make a specific video on how to winterize the van, whether you're using a normal air compressor in your garage or your onboard air compressor. Now on the passenger side of the van, you have frontline running boards that are really cool on the sliding door and the front passenger door. You have an awning. This time it's an electric awning with LED light but with legs. So the awning with legs is very nice because it allows you to keep the awning open on the outside when there is a little bit more wind, because it's a little bit more sturdy, but you do have to set it up and take it down every time you want to use it. In the sliding door we installed a Nemoto window that you can open that has a box screen, and in the back you also have pop-out flares, meaning that you can pop out the sides of the walls for the mattress to allow us to build a real queen size mattress, which is 60 wide by 80 long, which is very comfortable. When it comes to the inlet, you have the usual outdoor outlet if you need to use any power from the outside of your van, the gravity fill that allows you to fill your freshwater tank inside your garage, and your city water if you want to connect to city water at a campground, for example. And this is also the port that you use if you need to winterize your van. In the back of this van, we do have a frontline carrier plate with a carrier box. So when we install the carrier plate, it is possible to install anything on it. It can be the small box, the big box, it can be the ski box, the snowboard box, it can be a bike carrier. Basically, when you install on the back door the carrier plate, then you can install whatever you want on it. The driver's side has the Starlink port that we install, I've already talked about it in previous builds, but the way we install it now, this is compatible with the new Starlink Mini, which is the antenna that has the rotor inside. We give you a port on the outside of your van that's connected to an outlet, meaning that you simply have to connect the antenna to the outside and bring the antenna somewhere around the van where the sky is clear, and you will have internet. Here is the now standard outside mobile port, so for solar panels, if you want to install mobile solar panels, and you have extension cord, meaning that if the van is parked in the shade, you can go put your mobile solar panel like 10-20 feet outside of the van where the sun is. And this port is the shore power, so the 30 amp shore power, which is the pigtail that you're going to use to connect your van to shore power if you have an outlet or if you're at a campground. Now for the roof is really cool because this roof is a walkable roof, meaning that you have a full deck, and to be able to use that deck, we put walkable solar panels. So you do have the solar panels, but you do have the fully walkable deck to use in the evening if you want to go for a drink or chill in the evening. It is really nice, and the way we install the air conditioner and the max air fan still gives you plenty of room to enjoy the top. Okay, go on. Another thing that we installed on this roof rack are the lights. So you have a front bar, you have lights on the driver's side, you have 2 lights in the back, and for the light on the passenger side, it's an LED bar under the awning. This build was our signature layout, the nomadic, which means that it comes with a full shower and the toilet inside, a full wet bath. And like all of our builds, we customize even our signature layout to really match what the client wants. For example, this client was traveling with her dogs and she asked us for a couple customization, a couple specifications to make sure that the van is exactly what she needs. For example, if you look at the inside, it was important for her to have a way to put a gate to make sure that even though the sliding door was open, it was not possible for the dogs to go outside the van. And the box screens being on magnets, it's never enough. When you close it, dogs can go through. So we created this door system that you can install whenever she wants to. Entering the van, you can see that with the location of the fridge on that layout, it was not possible to do a flip down table on the outside. So we installed a pull-out table system to allow you to still have a table on the outside of the van, even though this is not the usual flip down. Now, entering the van, you can use the swivel of the passenger seat and use the flip-up countertop. As usual, Drifter Van created the system where you can adjust the height of the flip-up countertop if you want to use it as a desk. Know that this is a Mercedes Sprinter, meaning that the height of the seat is much higher than on a Ford Transit. Now in the front, we installed a headliner shelf to give you a lot of extra storage above the cab. And this van doesn't have a pocket wall divider, but it does have a blackout curtain divider that is made completely custom and goes on magnets on the side of the frame, allowing you to have a full blackout even though you don't have a blackout door. This is a nomadic layout, meaning that you do have a full wet bath with a toilet inside. Again, the toilet used by this client is the dry flush toilet, which is one of the most convenient ones, but it takes a lot of room to store the cassettes. This one doesn't have a custom shower door. It has a sliding door, which is a great system inside the van because it doesn't take any space and it is very light. The inside of this shower has a shower niche and a rainfall shower as well. So for the kitchen area, this van design used a solid surface countertop instead of a butcher block. So you do have a pull-out pantry or usual fridge-freezer combo. She has plenty of space for storage, but the one thing that's really custom on this van is that it's pretty cool, is that there is a pop-up shelf for all the toiletry stuff in the back of the countertop right there. It's pretty slow. Another thing that is pretty custom in this van is the divider. So the kitchen divider between the countertop and the seating area is not something that we do every single time. It is up to the client. It can either be there, but it cuts off the light a little bit of the build in general, but it can also be made completely custom. You have upper cabinets that, as usual, have the handle for decor, but with a real finger latch mechanism in the back, right here. These upper doors are in rattan, meaning that it's a shaker style with rattan insert in the middle. On the driver's side, you have another section of countertop with the sink. This one is an undermount sink with a pretty decent place for the backsplash. You have quite a lot of storage under the sink. And again, this time the clients decided to not go with a built-in cook stove, but a mobile induction stove, meaning that it is stored under the sink and it can be put on the countertop anytime she wants to use it. There is quite a bit of storage. And then we move to the seating area. The seating area are two benches that are on the passenger and the driver side. These two benches are storage. In the middle of the benches is a door to access, inside the bedwall, to access the garage space. Right here. Usually you can people store a second fridge, a DC fridge or freezer, or a laundry basket. It's usually nice to put in that section of the garage something that needs to be accessed from the inside of the van. Above it you have the vent for the hydronic system for the heat of the van, and above it you do have the pull-out table for dinner. For the bed area, as usual, we install upper cabinets on one side only, not on the other side, so you're able to sit in bed. This bed is a queen size mattress, meaning that it's 60 by 80, and we managed to put an 80 long mattress by adding pop-out flares on the outside of the van. They're pop-out that give you, I'm pretty sure it's another 5 inches on each side, making the mattress bigger. Under this cabinet here, we install an iPad holder, which is basically a trifold mount, allowing you to put a tablet, an iPad or any tablet, to watch movies at night in the evening. And this iPad holder is actually a tripod that you can put somewhere else in the van if you're, for example, sitting in the seating space or in the swivel passenger seat. By the bed, we also add a battery fan with a dedicated DC outlet, USB and USB-C, meaning that you can have an airflow on you and there's a light on it during the night, which is very nice if you do not wish to turn on the 48-volt air conditioning system, because this van has also the ability to run an air conditioning system all night on the batteries. There is a 10 kilowatt power system with a 48-volt air conditioner system, meaning that you have enough battery power to run the air conditioning all night. For the heat, both the water and the air, it's run with an hydronic system, meaning that it runs on the fuel tank of the gas for you to be able to run the heat, for example, for a week, if you wish to, if you have enough gas inside the system. This system is really the top of the line system because it allows you to have instant hot water and hot air. It doesn't take too much space. You do not have a water tank. It's a tankless system, and it runs on the fuel of the van itself. So it really is like a great system. It takes a little bit to learn how to use it, but when you're familiar, it's really top of the line. On the driver's side, you have 2 reading lights that are 12 volt with a USB port, AC and DC outlet, and the clients wanted a custom shelf to match the edge of the shower. On the back doors, you have 2 windows with custom window treatments. You have a box screen that also comes with the little awning part that goes in between the 2 doors, and a little curtain divider that is not really blackout, but that looks really nice if you want some shade in between the 2 doors, especially if the back doors are open. So the van has a 48-volt air conditioner system, but it also has a rooftop max air fan, meaning that you can open a window or use the AC for intake and blow the air out with the max air fan to create an airflow inside your van. Here you have all the control panels, so you have the different buttons for the retractable shelf, like a pull-up shelf inside the countertop, the light for the awning, and the electric awning, you can extract and retract the awning. Here you have the freshwater gauge that tells you how much water you have in your freshwater tank, the control for your hydronic system, which is the water and the air, and the usual EcoFlow system that we use. This one comes with a 10 kilowatt lithium battery system, but the power kit, the EcoFlow, is the system we use in all of our builds. This is a top-of-the-line electrical system. It is extremely user-friendly, and it does work great for van life. I hope you liked this van tour. If you did, please check our website, driftervans.com, and book a consultation if you want to get started. Remember that at Drifter Vans, every single van is custom, so we do not build 2 vans that are the same. Every single time the design is completely different and completely matches the customer. They go through a design process with the interior designer. The process is really fun. But even if your layout is one of our signature layouts, it could be completely custom, but if you were to go with one of our signature layouts, we will make the little customization to make the little tweaks here and there to make sure that your van really matches the way you do it. We're not gonna sell you a van that we offer, we're gonna build a van that is specific to your needs. So I hope you like this van tour, and I will see you very soon for the next one.